Hi guys, technically this is episode 6 of the 5-part series, because I hadn't intended to do any more to this until I'd ordered some nylon pinion gears, because I found that the pinion gears I've been 3D printing are going soft or loose on the motor shaft when the motor gets hot, so that's a bit of a pain. I just pop a battery in there. I think the one that's in there at the moment is one that's slipping. If you haven't watched the previous 5 episodes, what we've done here is we've converted it to hobby grade. Got an ordinary servo there to do the steering. Yeah. So, I have 3D printed another one with an even smaller hole in it. In fact, I'm looking at that, that looks off centre. That may just be the way the moulding's gone. Yeah, because the other day I printed a whole series with different size holes for the shaft and went down, but this one's smaller still. That was, according to the print, exactly 2mm, but they always contract a little bit, so it was probably less than 2mm. This one I've actually printed, it's supposed to be 1.92mm, so that'd be an even tighter fit on a 2mm shaft. But at the same time, I remembered the original reason I'd got this one out was I was trying to make up some brackets so we could have the different body shells clipping on. And I 3D printed a couple more brackets. The idea with these being, these bits will go down over there, and I'll actually screw them, put a screw down through the hole there into the top of there, because the springs are only dummy, they don't actually do any suspension. So that's going to be rigid in there, but it'll look like it's got springs. And then through those holes I got, oh well, that's not very good. Obviously printed that too thin and too weak, but the idea perfect is those are going to go through there, and then we'll drill a couple of holes in here the normal way, so you've got posts coming up through and a clip going through it to hold the body shell in place. But it does look like I've been a bit generous with the size of those holes. Yeah, they are a bit big. I could have made them 1mm and just, yeah. So I'll have to reprint them, but we'll just see how these go. Right, that's supposed to be the back ones. The longer springs. The longer spring, that one in there, and a screw in there. And that's got a bit of swarf on it. Right, clean that out. Push that through. Right, yeah, that's going to hold that in place. Like that. And then, apart from the fact I've got to reprint them, those will come up through there. Drill a couple of holes in here. So they come up through like this, the normal way. So, right, before we go any further, I'll reprint them. I'm not quite sure why I made those holes so big, but never mind. Oh, that one's... This hasn't printed very well at all. Look at that. Right, I have to 3D reprint that, redesign it, I think. That doesn't like printing. Yeah, we'll redesign that so it's not such a flat surface. That's what's happened. The printer hasn't been able to build the layers up properly. So that needs doing again. Right, a bit more printing. I've got a nasty feeling I might be having a problem with my 3D printer. It might just be the filament, it might be the printer, or at least the file that I'm printing, because this was the earlier attempt. It's gone all funny at that height. So I've redesigned it a little bit. So instead of being a ball shape there, I've just got a funnel shape. But this is printed all funny as well. I mean, these bits here, it hasn't finished. It hasn't put the top on it. I don't know whether that's just the fact it's extremely hot today, whether that's causing a problem. But, I mean, this looks very pretty, but it's completely wrong. It should be nice and shiny like the top there, and yet that's all... It's like it's missing its outside layer. I can see through there, all the way through. Something very strange going on. I've checked all the nuts and bolts on the printer, all nice and tight. I'm hoping it's just the filament and the hot weather. But we'll find out, because I don't think this is going to be any stronger than the stuff that's already broken. I put smaller holes in it, but that's the same thing. I might get the microscope and have a look at it, because it's really weird the way it's gone. Right, we'll have a look at this with my USB microscope, or my Wi-Fi microscope. I've got it plugged into the USB port. So this is just totally wrong. Well, I've got it set for the fastest print, which I accept will not give a perfect finish, but this is crazy. Got great holes in it. I'll just have a look with the ordinary camera on macro mode. I've never had a print like this before. Thanks for watching. You'll find more information down in the video description. You might like to watch that video up there, and you might like to subscribe over there.